My name is Glenn Beck, along with Stu Bergier and Pat Gray, and Jeff Fisher is here someplace doing something, God only knows what. Welcome to the program, Campus Reform, that talked to college students about why they supported Hillary Clinton. It's got 688. Why do you support Hillary Clinton?
Tell me the one reason why you would support a Hillary Clinton presidency.
She's a woman, so diversity,
Hashtag.
Yeah. So diversity.
Diversity, you know? Diversity.
It's diversity.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Yes.
What is the number one reason why you support Hillary Clinton presidency?
To be honest, it's because she's a female. I know that's like kind of a bad answer to give since it's like not based on an issue.
Biggest reason you're going to be voting for Hillary in 2016?
Because it's time we have a female president.
Is it?
So you're voting based on sex. Are you ready for Hillary?
Hillary? I think it'd be terrific to possibly have a woman president. I think.
What is the biggest reason why you support Hillary Clinton presidency?
I think she's very smart and she's a woman. And
Woman?
I like her points of view.
What is the biggest reason why you think Hillary Clinton should be president?
Well, as a woman speaking, I think it'd be amazing to see a woman president.
What is the number one reason why you'll support a Hillary Clinton presidency?
Her genitals.
She's a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's literally all.
And that's literally all.
Wow.
Is that great?
If you answered all that,
So I take back, hopefully we won't be going after Obama phones. No, it's even worse than that.
She's a woman.
She's a woman.
Well, so, I mean, obviously, some of that he's a black guy stuff is lingering in this election cycle as well.
Can't continue.
The uniqueness of him being black was a huge plus for him, and the uniqueness of her being a woman and possibly becoming president is a huge plus for her.
now how does that work?
It's stupid.
Because
why would you ever choose anybody based on either of those things?
Right, because if
they're the person, if they're the right person, and they happen to be,
Stop. Okay, Martin Luther King, shut up.
well, come on.
That was cool in the 1960s. That's not what we don't. We don't play that game. Homie, don't play that game anymore.
I'm not playing a game. I'm saying if they happen to be the best person.
Judge a person by the content of their character. Got it. Yesterday's news.
if they would have answered those questions instead of saying with a woman with her genitals or her estrogen levels, then we would all recognize how absolutely absurd it is.
Yeah,
but because we're in that world of identity politics, you really can say that. You can say that as a legitimate answer.
Why
do you want
her to be president? What's in her underpants? That's it.
That's it.
Just what's in her underpants. That's the way we should. That's the way we should answer it, because that makes everybody a little uncomfortable, and it should, because that's what you're saying. What's in her underpants? Her boobs, and what's in her underpants. That's it.
It's a good lead into the Scott Walker interview.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be happy with this.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
but isn't that what we're saying? I mean, that's what we're saying. Oh, she has fallopian tubes.
Right.
That's what I really like about her. So,
literally no deeper than that, especially for the last person, and that's it.
Yeah. The only content, one person said she was smart. That was it. Everyone else was basically she's just a woman, which is great. I mean, look, we can all sit here and say that, but what happens if, let's say, the Republicans run a woman and Carly Fiorina wins? Is that
no?
What do we have to decide on next? Do we have to pick?
That's different.
Okay, that is different, because if we have a Hispanic candidate, which is somewhat likely,
I think it would be great to be first Hispanic.
Right,
but it's amazing.
All of a sudden, that won't matter.
All of a sudden, that will not be a thing.
There's nobody that's saying that about Ted Cruz or about Rubio.
You hear it occasionally with Rubio. You never hear it with Cruz.
Never. We'd have our first Hispanic president. Nobody's saying that.
Wonder why?
Because we're not into identity politics?
I guess that's part of it. I think that there's at some level, a lot of Republican voters are fine with that if it will help them win. It's just the media doesn't reward it. They don't reward that behavior.
No, but we're also not saying it. I'm totally fine. You want to play identity politics? If that's what it takes to win, start saying that he's first Hispanic. Go ahead, say that. If that's what it takes. But I'm not going to play that game. And I don't know anybody in our party that's going to play that game.
Oh, there's a lot of people in the Republican Party.
No. Play the game. I mean, that are satisfied with that. Let me put it that way.
Sure.
It's not who we are. We're not identity politics people.
As is evidenced by we typically run old white guys. That's kind of our thing. It's the one identity that's not cool. It's the old white guy. And we run the old white guy every time, typically. Mm-hmm. So now we've got Scott Walker coming up, who's a younger white guy. We've got Marco Rubio, who's a young Hispanic. We've got Ted Cruz, who's a young Hispanic. You have a field that is as diverse as any we've ever seen. We talked about this with this
Republican
poll.
or Democrat.
Right. We talked about with this poll that we do every single month here with prospective candidates. And of the top 9, I think it's 6 of the top 9 are something other than white male. You have Bobby Jindal in there. Yep. You have Alan West in there.
We'd have our first Indian president, our first Hispanic president, first woman president, or the typical white male.
Yeah, I think that's most of the different things. But again, that is not how Republicans
don't have an
think.
Asian, do we? No, haters.